Good morning, Vibe Nation. We got to get a move on it yet again. Woke up, surf was a little bit on the small side, but with the drained out low tide that we had just around sunrise, it's starting to fill in a little bit. I think it's about to start firing. So we're gonna grab the boards, we're gonna get down to the beach. This morning we got a shortboard situation yet again. Oh, Stevie. Wetsuit because the water temp still in the 50s, but I surfed it yesterday and it's starting to feel like it's warming up just a little bit. So I'm hoping to get out of this 4.3 into a 3.2 and then into less rubber. I'm over this winter. It feels like it's been the rainiest, coldest winter ever. All right, y'all, so besides the 5.6 Ho Stevie waxless hybrid soft top, I'm not taking out the Carosa this morning. Unfortunately, I think the surf is going to be a little too small for that style of shortboard. So I rode the 6.0 Catch Surf Skipper quad yesterday, had a really good time on it, but I think the Ho Stevie is going to be the vibe, but we're going to need to check the surf when we get down to the beach. That tide is filling in quick, so let's get our butts over there. Oh yeah. It's looking a little slow still. The tide still needs to fill in some, but the size of the swell isn't huge. That one out back looks pretty fun right there. I have a feeling if the tide fills in too fast, it's gonna smother the wave. I think we gotta get out there. Real quick, y'all, I just wanna thank everybody for tuning in this morning. Love making these videos, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button and give us a little like and comment below. Miley's parking the car. She's gonna get the camera gear set up, and I gotta figure out which board we're taking out there. All right, y'all, I think the plan is gonna be, we're gonna take out the 6.0 Skipper, the quad. I'm gonna take it out mostly because I rode it 3 times yesterday, to be honest, and just feeling a little more vibey on it right now. I feel it's a little more comfortable on my feet because I've been digging my feet into it, so to speak. But if it doesn't feel right, or if I feel like changing it up, we got the Ho Stevie in the car, I'll come switch up. Oh. All right, now we're cooking. It's already starting to get warm out here. The Ho Stevie leash on here. Crowd is kind of thick, so we don't want to lose the board and end up hitting somebody. Honestly though, surfing without a leash is not my favorite, just because I feel like I'm so in my head about trying to like not lose my board that I can't actually like ride the way I want to. Not the vibe. All right, y'all, we are waxed up. Someone just walked by and said the tide is filling in just enough. That bird is going crazy. He's telling us to get out there. Y'all know the deal. I'll see you in the water in 3, 2, 1. Boom! gosh, what a fun session just went down. Oh, that's all we can ask for, I suppose. It's crazy to live in a place with such extreme tidal swings that affect the waves so much. I've lived in places like Puerto Rico where I feel like the water barely moved at all. So the beginning of the session, we started off on kind of like the main peak area where there's still a lot of reef that's basically all under, and I felt like the waves were a little bit soft over on that side, so I finally shifted a little bit north to the other side of the stairs where Miley was shooting, and the waves seemed to have like a little bit more of like a harder power to them, a little bit more of like an almond breaking, like top to bottom type of vibe instead of like the crumbly one. And being on a shortboard in small surf that isn't very powerful or isn't hitting the sandbar or the reef just right can be a struggle. So I opted to not switch and come back for the host Stevie, but there was a point, I feel like, for maybe like 20 or 30 minutes where it felt like it was starting to get pretty good. I got a really good left and got a nice snap on it. But it's one of those things where it's like, if I ran to the car, I was worried that the tide was going to affect it in the next 30 minutes and I'd waste time, like 10 or 15 minutes running up here. So I guess kind of the moral of that story is if you're thinking about taking two boards down to the beach for a session because you're not sure which one it is that you want to ride based on the conditions that are out there, take both boards down to the beach so you don't have to waste time coming back up to the car. All right. If y'all haven't figured out the deal with these changing mats yet, if you're still struggling with like what to do with your wetsuit and your wet gear and all that stuff, you literally change on these things. Throw all the towel, all your wet gear. Boom, I told you, Miley likes the Host Stevie waxless hybrid soft top because wax doesn't get in the car. Same deal with these guys. Boom, everything wet, secured in this waterproof pouch. Host Stevie's got one, super reasonable, link in the description below. All right, huge thanks to this girl for filming this morning. How was that? It
was fun.
Super beautiful out here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gorgeous out today.
Thank you again. I was just telling them how you really like the waxless Host Stevie board because it keeps wax out of people's cars, especially yours. But I was also telling them about the Host Stevie changing mat that doubles as a waterproof bag to keep sand and water and all that stuff out of their car as well. So
I like both.
There we go. All right, y'all, so we just got back to the house and I'm really excited, really stoked because there's a couple things that I want to show everybody. So we're gonna start by heading out onto the patio because if y'all remember, I think it's been 3 weeks since it happened. I took you on a little adventure and showed you the vegetables that we planted in our raised bed. Well, imagine that. Things are not dying. So our peppercini, kind of like a banana pepper, has really started coming in nicely. I've gone through and thinned out all the carrots, giving them a little bit of space between each one, and they're starting to actually look like carrots on the top, which is weird. And our 6 heads of romaine are doing really, really well as these Persian cucumbers. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Grow your own food is the vibe. I just think this is kind of proof to all of you out there. If you haven't grown any vegetables or aren't growing any now because of a lack of space, this is proof right here that, I mean, our balcony is not big by any means, but we're still managing to get some produce growing, and we're really excited to be able to eat what we're growing, and yeah, really excited about that. So I'm really encouraging all of you, if you can, give it a try. Even if things die, if it doesn't work out, you've given it a shot, and even if you only get a little bit of fruit or vegetable to eat, that's kind of like what it's all about, just communing with ourselves, with nature. It's kind of like our surfing, right? It's all full circle. So last weekend, someone paid a little visit. I got a message from Waterborne Skateboards out of Orange County, and they make surf skates. Now I know y'all have been talking to me for 2 years now. Get a surf skate, get a surf skate, get a surf skate. Well, I'm really stoked to tell you, not only do I have a surf skate, there's a way that if you don't have one, but you want one, don't need to get a new board. There's actually a conversion kit. So this is called a surf adapter, and basically you can take any of your regular skateboards and your truck's basically attached to this piece. So it literally pivots. Back one, more flex. So I've been cruising around on this thing for the better half of, almost a week now, and I already notice a difference in my surfing as far as, you know, little bits of things that I've been working on in the water that I can really focus on the surf skate as far as, you know, following and leading with my eyes, leading with my arms, opening my chest up through my turns, staying low on the knees, not bending at the waist. Take this thing out for a little cruise. Don't forget, helmets are a must. Let's go. Huge shout out Waterborne and Patrick, thank you guys. Thing's an absolute vibe. All right, y'all, I am setting everybody free. It is time for me to go hit the gym, and that's not really the exciting part of this video. So I'm heading to the gym. Y'all are heading outside. You know, I tell you every week, it only takes 30 minutes to get into an adventure, and that's the real vibe. So get outside. Remember, new videos come out every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 6 a.m. Hawaiian, 12 p.m. Eastern. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button, like and comment this videos. Let us know where you're watching. Where are you out in the world? I'd love to know where everyone's at. But until next week, y'all know the deal. Click right here to subscribe and right here to watch more videos. And I'll catch y'all on the next vibe.
Let it go. 얼어붙어 like whoa. 띵하고 어지러워. I see. 한여름에도 난 겨울. Yeah, girl you cold blood. Yeah, 너와 있을 때 I swear. 제가 먼저 zero. 폭설한 그